Let's see how this fly goes. All right, y'all. I'm gonna attempt to do a new fly that I came up with, and this is the prototype, and it looks terrible, but I already know some changes I'm gonna make. So this one right here is the kind of the prototype. I just did to kind of be funny. The dab crab. He's dabbing. You gotta use your imagination. All right. Starting off with this is the Umpqua 3-aught saltwater hooks, the competition series. But what I'm doing, I want the weight. So the crab body is going to be on this side of the hook. Crab body is going to be on this side of the hook. I want the weight on the bottom, and I'm actually going to put it in the middle. I'm not going to put the eye up here where you normally put it. Like I said, I literally just came up with this fly a little while ago, y'all. It's not perfect yet. In fact, while I'm tying it right here, I'm gonna make a couple of changes to the ones I came up with. All right, so I'm gonna put a thread base on. Put a thread base on here. I might have to change that light, y'all, so the light's not doing what it's doing right now. Where are my scissors at? Here we are. Let me change this light direction, everybody, so it's not in the way whenever I'm doing my thing. Maybe that'll be better for y'all when I'm wrapping. All right. So I'm gonna have the weight, you know, the dumbbell eyes are gonna be right here in the middle actually, and on the bottom of the hook. So y'all, I'm gonna do a fly. I just came up with it a little bit ago. This is a prototype, so hopefully the one we do is gonna look better than this, but it's a crab and he's dabbing. So I'm calling it the dab crab. All right, but the one that hopefully I'm gonna tie now, that's the prototype. It looks terrible. I know, man. I know. I got another light up here, but it's a little bit bigger. The dab crab, that's the prototype, y'all. So hopefully the one, I did a little bit of stuff off camera to hopefully come up with a better design. All right, y'all, so get a dumbbell eye. So I want the dumbbell eye to be on this side of the hook on the bottom, because I want the point of the hook facing up, and the crab is actually going to be on that side, but I want this side of the hook to stay towards the bottom. Hey Cecil. All right, y'all, so I ran a thread base down to here so far. We're going to put the dumbbell eye in the middle of the hook right here, y'all. So I'm just going to do a couple of wraps to get it started. Like I said, this fly, I literally just designed it just a little while ago, so it's probably not perfect yet. I just get my light better. All right. And this dumbbell eye don't have to be as perfect as some of the other ones that I do sometimes, because it's not even going to be seen. It's going to be on the bottom of the fly. All right, y'all. We're going to do some cross wraps on the dumbbell eye. So basically, you're going under the hook with the thread, over the dumbbell. So you're going under the hook, over the dumbbell eye in one direction, under the hook, over the dumbbell eye other direction. You're basically making X's across the dumbbell right there, across the eye is what you're doing. And after you get several on there, Now we're going to wrap in between the dumbbell and the hook like this, just like that. So I'm going under the dumbbell and over the hook. And that's just going to tighten those X wraps we just made. Is all that's doing. All right, now we'll go ahead and run our thread base. You don't have to go super far, right down in there. All right, we'll take some Solarez glue, add to the thread right there where we just wrap the eye on there. That way the eye, the glue will dry and keep that eye from spinning on the hook. So we're gonna take a UV flashlight, y'all. It's UV, and that dries that glue within like 10 or 12 seconds. So we're just gonna hit that glue, dry it up. I say, y'all, this fly I'm about to tie. I just came up with it just literally a little bit ago. I did the first prototype. This is the prototype, y'all. The one I'm about to tie is hopefully gonna be better, but that's the prototype. It's the he's dabbing, y'all. It's gonna be the dab crab. So anyway, all right. So now that we got the oh yeah, man, yeah, I got a YouTube channel. So yeah, y'all can. I got 500 something videos on my channel, y'all. I go live tying flies and fishing all the time, and yeah, y'all. So y'all can subscribe and watch as much as y'all want. It helps me out. All right. So if you notice, I put the dumbbell eyes kind of in the middle of the hook and on the bottom. The reason why I want this hook to stay up when you're stripping the fly through the water, and the crab's going to be laying right here on top of this. All right. So what we're going to do first, if I can remember how I did the last one. All right, so what we're going to do first, we're going to go ahead and add our, because it really don't matter what order we go in on this part, we're going to add some eyes to it. Awesome, Cecil. Thank you. I've been doing YouTube now for years, y'all, and I'm still trying to grow my channel. It's not a very big channel yet, so I'm not Mr. Beast or something. I'm not giving away $1 million because I don't have $1 million. So, all right, man, thank you. Yeah, so I'm a fishing guide in Louisiana, y'all. I'm inshore, so I do redfish, speckled trout, all that stuff. And well, that's cool. Thank you, man. Thank you, PH. But I'm from Georgia, so I grew up bass fishing, freshwater fishing. I have fished a ton of tournaments. I still have friends that fish Major League Fishing and Bass Masters, all that stuff. But I'm a fishing guide down here in Louisiana, so I've been fishing down here since like '97. I started guiding in 2015. All right, y'all. So we're gonna take some easy shrimp eyes right here, and we're gonna go ahead and add those to the top of the fly right here, and that's gonna be like my little crab eyes right there, y'all. So I'm just gonna set those up there about where I want them, and I'm gonna do a couple of wraps. And I do both down here for as a fishing guide, y'all. I do fly fishing and spinning rod fishing. It's like for instance, yesterday I had four fly fishermen guys on the boat, but the wind yesterday was blowing like averaging around 30 miles an hour. So we decided to take my big boat, the bay boat, and we did a spinning rod trip. Oh, thank you, Panfish. We did a spinning rod trip yesterday. The wind was blowing like 30. The water looked like chocolate milk. The water was super muddy, and we caught 53 fish, y'all. We had 50 redfish and 3 flounder. We threw everything back except for 3 redfish, and that was on a terrible weather day. So we did pretty good. So now I'm just going to cut the little what you call it, tag end of those eyes. We just added, if you see them right there, we just added some eyes to our. This is going to be like a little crab fly, y'all. Now what I want to do right here where we put the thread, we wrap the eyes on there. I'm going to take a little bit of Solarez glue and we're going to put over that thread and just kind of lock those. Watching from Mississippi, that's awesome, y'all. Yeah, yeah, you can make the eyes. You can make them, and you can also put an individual on there, which I have, but I was just doing the easy thing and throwing those on there. All right, y'all. So we're gonna take a UV light right here and hit that glue that we just put on there, and it dries that glue within like 10 or 12 seconds. Don't be shining yourself in the eyeballs with this UV light, and don't be touching your skin with it too much either, because it'll sunburn you. Awesome, Cecil. Yeah, man. If you look on there, you'll see I got probably 500 and something videos on there. Most of them are, uh, I got spinning rod and fly fishing videos, and you'll see a ton of giant fish because I chase bull reds all year long. That's my thing is chasing giant redfish. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add. We're gonna take some crazy legs right here, and we're gonna add some legs to our. Awesome, man. So we're gonna add some legs to our fly right here. So this is gonna be so down here in Louisiana they have blue crabs. So this is kind of like a blue crab imitation. Obviously, it's not gonna be perfect, but you know, redfish eat it. If it goes in front of a red, he's gonna smoke it. All right. So blue crabs, besides their pinchers, they have um, they have eight. Yeah, eight. They got four legs on each side. So what we're gonna do, I'm pulling off four strands of these crazy legs right here. And if you bass fish, this is basically the same thing as a spinnerbait, um, you know, legs or what or skirts or whatever. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take this, and like I said, y'all, I just developed this fly that we're tying just a little bit ago, literally before I started this stream. So it's not gonna be perfect yet, but I'm working on it. So we're gonna take this right here, y'all, and I'm gonna put these legs over the head of the over the hook like that, and between or just on those on the what am I trying to say? So over the hook and just in front of the lead eyes right there. Now I'm gonna get a couple of wraps on this to get to stay in place, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it. We'll wrap it better. One of my dogs just walked up to me, y'all, because he loves me and he's over here staring at me. His face is right here. What are you doing, Rutabaga? His name's Rutabaga. He needs to be over there sleeping is what he needs to be doing. All right, so I'm just getting some wraps on these legs right here, y'all. Go lay down, homie. All right, that's probably enough wraps. We're gonna have other stuff on it. So we're not gonna leave the legs this long, everybody. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take scissors and we're just gonna cut. We're gonna leave just a little bit of that orange showing. Go lay down, Root. Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. There we go. Just like that. So it's basically gonna be like four legs on each side. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see. First time on your live feed. One question: what's a good bait caster to start out with? Man, I wouldn't go buy no super expensive bait caster to start. I mean, literally, you can get combos out there for like, some of your lower end combos you can get for 50 or 60 bucks. I would get something from like Walmart or whatever, or your local bait shop, but uh, I wouldn't go with a super high end bait cast to start off with. And I mean, it's going to be hard to describe or to explain how to cast a bait caster on camera, but basically, line your bait caster up, get your line on there. And then you're going to have a couple of different, usually most bait casters, you got a couple of different tension settings on there because there's little magnets inside there and everything. But basically, it's going to be hard to explain, but you want to adjust your bait caster that when you push the button to let the line out, you don't want it to go down. You don't want your line to go out super fast, and you don't want to go out super slow. Whenever you press that button, you just want to adjust the knob on there or whatever on your bait caster to where it just it's like a steady, kind of a not super slow, but just kind of a steady drop. And then when you cast a bait caster, just make sure you keep your thumb, on there until you get used to casting. But it'll take a little bit, but once you get used to it, it's super easy. You'll pick it up pretty quick. Um, can I make a saltwater video? Uh, yeah, man. If you look on my channel, I got probably about 500 something fishing videos on there. If you look on my channel and go to videos, you'll see a ton of fishing videos. So what we're doing, y'all, this right here is just it's a deer tail. It's colored in chartreuse. I'm not going to use the chartreuse part though. What I'm going to do is right here on this part where it's brown, I'm going to take a little bit of this brown, and obviously it's got a little color to it left over from the when they colored it with the chartreuse. We're going to snip that off. And y'all, I just came up with this fly a little while ago, like literally before I started my live stream. I kind of came up with this fly, so if it's not perfect, it's still a work in progress. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take this deer tail. I'm going to spin it around. It's going to be facing back towards, so I got the base of it here. I guess the fine part of it's going to be facing back towards the eye of my hook. And honestly, the main reason for that is kind of a filler. It's just going to be kind of a filler to add a little bit of body to the underside of the fly right here and give it a little bit of color. So I'm just laying that on top of the hook, and I'm going to get a couple of wraps. I'm just having to be careful so I don't hit the crab legs we just put on there, the crazy legs we put on there. So we're gonna have to wrap it on both sides of these dumbbell eyes to get to stay like we want. So I got some pretty tight wraps right there. Now I'm gonna work it back towards these dumbbell eyes right here. And now we're going to shoot over the top of these dumbbell eyes. And get some more wraps to hold it right there. Oh, thank you, Cecil. Thank you. All right, man. So now, after we get that thing on there, I'm going to cut some of these little, not that it matters at all, but we're going to cut some of these little scrap hairs off there. And also right here towards the hook, I'm going to cut some of these spare deer hair tail off there. Not that the fish really care, y'all, but some fly fishermen want their flies to look absolutely perfect. Not that the fish are going to care at all. All right, I don't want all this hair sticking over the eye of my hook, and the main reason why whenever we go to tie this thing off, it's going to be kind of a pain. But I'm going to leave it for now because I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to cut off. All right, y'all, we're actually getting close to being done with this fly, believe it or not. Oh, um, what am I imitating here? So this is kind of a joke fly that I came up with today. The one I'm about to show you is a prototype, so it's probably terrible. But y'all, it's a crab, but he's doing the dab. So I'm calling it the dab crab. This is a prototype. The one that we're making now, hopefully, turns out better. But it's a dab crab. He's doing the dab. Yeah, yeah, and we'll do some. Thank you, Joseph. And we'll do some different flies after this one. Like I said, I literally just came up with this fly a little while ago, so it's not going to be perfect. I'm still working on it. I did a few things off camera before I started the live stream, such as I took my crab legs, I glued them together, and instead of using a magic marker this time, I actually used my glue, and I put glitter. So I don't know if you can tell there it's kind of shiny right there. So that's I put glitter on there instead of using the magic marker. We have blue crabs down here in Louisiana, and that's kind of the color. So they have like a orangish. They have orange on their claws, but then the hand part's usually blue, and then they have orange in their legs right here. So I did that part kind of off camera, and I also the body of them down here of the crabs is like a brown, but I did like a copper glitter color for the body because I mean you can't go wrong with some shine. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna glue because all this is gonna get tied to the fly in a second anyway. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna glue this to the back of the body right here. So it's gonna be on the back of the body like that. And then we're gonna tie everything into the fly. So just letting you know that that's what I'm about to do because you might not see that part. But I'm gonna take just a piece of what you call it right here so I can put the glue on here. And the glue we're using is somewhere right here in front of me. Where's it at? Oh, right here. So this right here is a flex glue. It's made by Solares. It dries with your UV light, but it's like a flex. They make thin, they make hard, and then they make flex. So flex is just gonna even though it dries, it's still gonna leave it where it's got some flex in there. Do I go catfishing? Yeah, I grew up in Georgia, y'all, freshwater fishing. Um, bass fishing a lot. I mean, fishing for everything, but ton of bass fishing, a ton of fishing bass tournaments and stuff. But nowadays I'm a fishing guy down here in Louisiana. So what I'm doing right here, I know you can't see it off camera. We're gonna add some flex glue to this right here so we can put the body on here, the body of the crab. So I'm putting that glue across the arms of this thing, of the crab legs. That's all I'm doing. I know y'all can't see it, but that's what I'm doing right there. Now I'm going to take the body of our crab, which is right here, and I put the glitter and stuff on off camera just because it takes a few minutes to do that, and I didn't want to be taking up all y'all's time on here while I was doing that off camera. And I'm gluing that to the legs. Like that. Now I'm going to hit this right here with that UV light, and it's going to dry that glue in place. So I'm going to lay this down. That UV will go right through that. And this thing's bright, y'all. It'll go right through that cloth, and it'll dry that glue. It'll dry that glue to the stuff. And this stuff, by the way, these are made by Sight Cast Fishing. The little claws and the crab body. They're made by Sight Cast Fishing, and what's it called? I got the package right here. Um, they're called Easy Crab Claws, is what they're called, and they got them in all different colors and everything. I just bought white on these because I knew I was going to color them anyway. And all I'm doing right now, y'all, I'm drying the glue on that. It should be about dry. It only takes about 10 or 12 seconds, but I'm OCD about it. All right, so there's our crab body, and he's doing the dab, y'all. All right. So now we're gonna take this. This is basically it's a fly tying tool, but it's basically like a punch. So it's got a sharp part on here. I've already, before I put the glue on, or before I put the stuff on there, I already punched one hole in the body of the fly, but I'm just gonna re-punch it. So I just punch in a hole right here in the body of the fly like that. Now what I'm gonna do, can we tie a mosquito? Well, I don't have anything small enough to tie mosquitoes, y'all. I chase redfish down here in Louisiana, but I can tie something, you know, uh, more bug-like after this one. After we'll do something like that next. All right, so now we punched a hole in the body of here. We're just gonna take this and basically where I punched that hole at, I'm gonna put that right over the hook, just like that. Now I got to pull it off here just to do the bot, just to get this, but we're going to slide this down. And y'all, I just developed this fly. I just came up with this fly like literally before I started my live stream. So this one might not be perfect, but it's a work in progress, y'all. Like this one looks better than the prototype, I can tell you that. The prototype did not look this good. Not that this one is beautiful by no means. All right, now we got the body on here. I'm gonna pull it down, and we're gonna tie the body on here. I might need to straighten that up. We're gonna tie the body of the crab onto the fly, y'all. So what I'm doing, I'm getting a couple of loose wraps on there first so I can get it in place where I want it. And then we'll go ahead and wrap it up, B. Anybody ever watch Chappelle's show back in the day? There was one on there where the guy's like, wrap it up, B. Anyway, all right, we're gonna wrap this on here pretty good. Now I'm gonna take my scissors. Y'all, if y'all can see right here, like I got fly junk. Whenever you tie flies, y'all, at least me, I got crap laying everywhere. All right, so we're gonna cut this little tag end off like that. And go ahead and wrap that little bit on there just to make it look neat. Like I said, the fish don't care, but some fly fishermen want their stuff to look like perfect, like a robot made it or something. Now this deer tail that I added earlier, I'm basically just gonna cut. Like I said, I put that on there as kind of a filler for the body. I know. So this part right here is gonna be laying on the bottom right here, y'all. Whenever you strip the fly. So what I did, I put the dumbbell. I'll have to show you better in a minute. But these are the dumbbell eyes on the bottom of the fly. So when you strip this, it's gonna be laying across the bottom since I put the weight across the bottom. So the fly is gonna be looking up like that. I gotta let my cat out in a second, y'all. We got one cat that likes to go outside tonight, so all right, just gonna cut this off. This little deer tail filler that I put on there. Just cutting that off a little bit closer. Throw some wraps right here, y'all. And now we're about to tie this fly off, put our knots in here, and we're gonna be done. No, I'm not the best tie flyer, trust me, y'all. There's guys out there that are like been doing it forever and are super pros at it. Now we're gonna tie this off. This is a little tie tool. Basically what we're about to do, you can do with your fingers. You can take your fingers and basically you're just making a overhand knot. So you can take a little 1/2 inch knot. So you can take your fingers and do this and wrap your line around your fingers like that and put it over the eye of your hook and just pull it tight like that. But you would have to do it a bunch of times. This tool does that, except it does it for you. So what you do, you put this little hook on the string right here. You pull your string around this little part right here. Take your thread up here, and then just wrap it. Oops. 4 or 5 times like that. Pull it tight. And I'm OCD about it, y'all, so I always do mine several times. And I'll do one more for good measure. Not that it needs it, but if you watch my regular fishing, if you look at my YouTube channel, look at our fly fishing videos, you're going to see a lot of giant redfish being caught. A lot of 20+ pounders. So I'm just kind of OCD about my flies, about tying them off. All right, so now we're going to take some Solar Res glue just to go over this thread right here. And that's just going to lock that thread into place and protect that thread. It's going to lock those knots in place right there that we just did, y'all. All right, this glue that we just used dries with a UV light, which is what this is. We're going to hit that glue with a UV light. And it's just going to dry. It'll dry within like 10 to 12 seconds. That'll be good. All right, y'all, let's see how it looks. What's up, Rube? Dude, y'all need to hurry up and come back fishing, man. As soon as the weather calms down, let's go. All right, see you later, Cass. Thank you for watching. This is the finished product, y'all. I just came up with this fly a little while ago. I know it's not perfect. Y'all gonna be laughing at it. But, Rude, you see this, man? What's it doing, dude? What's that crab doing? Can you tell, or did I not do it good enough? Well, what's it look like he's doing, man? It's a dance. It's a dance move. Come on. I know you know. It's dabbing. It's dabbing. I'm calling it the dab crab. And it it's funny, huh? But what I did, y'all, if y'all just tuning in, I put the lead eye on the bottom of the hook right here. So that way when you're stripping this fly across the bottom, the hook's going to stay up and that part's going to be seen. And of course, you know, it might flip around and all that, but I added that glitter to the body and the glitter on the legs right here, and that extra shine is just going to help you out anyway. But down here in Louisiana, we have blue crabs, y'all, and this is just a blue crab imitation. Of course, it's not perfect, and I made it funny doing the dab. But yeah, it's the dab crab. All right, y'all, we'll tie something different now. That was the first fly of the night. I'm gonna let my cat out right here behind me, and we'll start on a different one. Come on, Bert. Come on, Bert. Sorry, y'all. Just letting the cat out. All right, let's tie something different, everybody. Let's tie something that's going to be, that most people would use instead of that. Most people would use for redfish instead of what we just did. That's kind of a funny fly that I came up with, y'all. So it's it's usable. It will definitely catch fish, I'm sure. But that's more of a kind of a mean fly. All right, let's come up with, let's do a, let's see, what color do we want to do? What color fly? Somebody give me a, yeah, man, you like that? The dab crab, man. He's doing the dab. I don't know why I thought about that today. A tan shrimp. All right, let's do a tan. Somebody said tan shrimp first. Let's do a tan shrimp. All right, so we're gonna go with, this is a Umpqua. This is a 3/0. This might be backwards on camera, but it's a 3/0 saltwater hook. It's the same one we just used for that dab crab. Although it's a 3/0 hook, it's not super big. I mean, it's a 3/0 as far as the gap, but it's not like some giant hook. And the curve on that thing is awesome for fly fishing. So I really like these hooks. What's up, Tater? Hey, man, you missed it. Look. Oh, David's back too. Hey, y'all, what's that crab doing? I just came up with this fly a little while ago, y'all, and it's more of a meme than anything else. He's doing the dab, y'all. I'm calling it the dab crab. You know the dance move? He's dabbing. So that's what we just tied, everybody. I just came up with that fly a little while ago. I mean, it's kind of a whatever, but I'm sure it'll catch fish. All right, all right. I just had a request to do a tan shrimp fly. That's it. That's it right there. That's it, Robert. So I just had a request to do a tan shrimp fly, starting off with a 3/0 Umpqua hook. We'll throw this on the vise. There you go, Cecil. Believe it or not, y'all, I actually organized some stuff today in my fly tying supplies, y'all, because it was getting out of hand. Can I make a squid lure? I probably could, but I just had a request to do a tan shrimp, y'all. So let's knock that out real quick. I'll tell you what. I just got these today. How long to live stream? Only about 30. You know how it is. I was talking some, so maybe about 38 minutes. So not very long. I tied this. I just came up with it earlier today, like literally right before the stream. I'm calling it the dab crab. So came up with that. I put the lead eyes on the bottom and in the middle of the hook, so that way when you're stripping it, it stay with those lead eyes on the bottom. It'll stay along the bottom, and this part right here will be facing upwards. And what I did, I put glue on the fabric here, and then put colored glitter on there for the colors. All right. So right here we got an Umpqua. We had a request to do a tan shrimp. We got an Umpqua 3/0 hook. We're gonna go with these. These are hairline lead eyes. I just got these today. Thank you, Rude. Yeah, all the thumbs up helps, y'all. I'm trying to grow my channel, so if y'all are new, please subscribe. It would be nice if one day I make some money on YouTube, because I've been doing it long. I got 500 something videos. It would be pretty sweet. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna run a little bit of thread down from the eye right here, and just do a little thread base. The reason you do a little bit of a thread base on your hook, if you just start adding a bunch of ingredients, basically materials, to your hook without having a little bit of thread on there, sometimes that stuff will just slide all over the place. So you want to do a little thread base like that. So we're going to cut off our little. Awesome, man. All right, y'all. We're gonna use these lead eyes right here. These are, it don't really matter the color too much, but these are black with like a little chartreuse pupil. When you first put your eyes on your hook, they're gonna be like off, like your hook's going this way. They're gonna be offset. So do a couple of wraps and then do some wraps in the opposite direction to get those eyes. You want them 90 degrees like this. You want them, well, that didn't stay 90 degrees long, but basically you want 90 degrees like that, y'all. And once you kind of have your eyes set about where you want them, you're going to start doing, man, yeah, you ought to see that. Sometimes I'll go live while we're fishing. In fact, tomorrow, I'll be fishing. I'll be in the bay boat tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, if y'all tune in around 9 something, 10 o'clock Central Time, I'll go live while we're fishing. So hopefully you'll see some giant fish tomorrow. Oh no, I hadn't done that, man. All right, y'all. Let's finish putting these eyes on here. So what you're doing, you're going under the hook with the thread and over the eye, and then you're just going in the opposite direction. You're making X's across the eye like that right there. After you do several like that, you're going to go and make some loops between the hook and the eye, and that's going to cinch those X patterns down. So that's just cinching it down to the hook when I do that, y'all. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be fishing. If y'all tune in about mid-morning, because I think they're gonna start. Because the people I'm taking are gambling tonight. They're gambling. They're in Mississippi gambling actually. So I think we're gonna end up starting a little bit later. So if you tune in about mid-morning, hopefully you'll see us catching a bunch of fish tomorrow. And tomorrow's a spinning rod trip. It's not a fly trip. All right, so we went ahead. We put the eyes on here. We ran some thread down the hook. Oh yeah, man. Thank you, David. Thank you. The other day, I had a charter a few days ago. Oh, the charter yesterday was crazy, by the way. All right, so we're gonna put some glue over the thread on the eyes right here. We just did that, y'all. I know I'm trying to tell fishing stories and tie at the same time, and then we're gonna hit it with a UV light just to dry that glue real quick. So yesterday's charter, by the way, was crazy. So yesterday the wind was blowing like 30. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna be doing bull reds, like giant redfish, bull reds, and we'll probably catch some speckled trout also. So yesterday, y'all, sorry man, I'm talking, so I have to drink some every once in a while. So yesterday's charter was crazy, by the way. Um, we were we ran around yesterday morning looking. So we got there, the wind was blowing like 30 yesterday, all day long. There's white capping. The water was chocolate milk. The water was super dirty. So I had to run around and look for some fish. The first few places I went, didn't get a bite. The last spot I pulled up onto, y'all, I'm not even kidding, we caught 50 redfish and 3 flounder in one spot. The only reason we didn't keep fishing, y'all, we ran out of bait. So yesterday we were done fishing at 11. Yeah, Miss Christie. I try to tie almost every night. I'm kind of addicted. So I'm a fishing guy down here in Louisiana. I do fly fishing and spinning rod fishing, and I try to tie almost every day. so I can sell my flies, and I sell them and use them. But also, I just enjoy doing it. So yeah, the last spot we hit yesterday, we had 50 redfish and 3 flounder, and we were done. We were done fishing at 11 o'clock, y'all. All right, this is we're gonna take a deer tail. So somebody requested that I do a tan. I'm talking so much it's gonna take forever to tie it. But somebody requested that I do like a tan shrimp color or shrimp fly. So got deer tail right here. We're gonna add some tail to our shrimp. So what you do, you lash this whole thing to it. No, I'm just kidding. You take a chunk of deer tail like this right here. You just pull off some of it and cut this just like that. And what I do, I take and I don't pull it super hard. I just take and loosely pull any loose hairs off there that might come off. Then we're gonna lay this on top of the fly like this right here. Get a few loose wraps on it just to hold it in place. So you know where you want it. And then go ahead and wrap this on up the fly. Like that. Just like that. Yeah. Yeah, Rube. You lash this entire thing to the fly and that's it. You're done with it. You can go out and catch, a shark or something with it. But anybody just joining in. Y'all like my English? We tied this a little bit ago. It's the dab crab. He's dabbing, y'all. All right. So after we put this on there, we're gonna take a black Sharpie. If y'all have watched my channel, which some of y'all have, you know what I'm about to do. We're gonna take a black Sharpie. We're gonna put little black stripes on the tail. We're just kind of breaking that tail up, giving it a little shrimpy vibe to it. Like that. And when this is in the water, y'all, this tail will flow backwards into a point. Right now, it's just kind of sticking everywhere. It's got bed head right now, but when it's in the water, it'll flow backwards into a point. Since we're doing a shrimp, let's add some eyes to this thing. We're gonna flip this over like this. I tell you what, we'll add these crazy eyes to it right here. What do redfish eat? Man, anything that don't eat them first. So redfish, but they don't have a lot to fear down here except for sharks. Sharks is probably their number one enemy. Dolphins will eat them too, but dolphins really love speckled trout and smaller fish a lot more. But dolphins will eat redfish. But redfish are very aggressive, man. So they eat basically any kind of bait fish. They love mud minnows. They love croaker. Croaker's probably one of their favorite things. Of course, they'll eat mullet. Shrimp, of course, they love shrimp. Crab, they eat crab. Basically, man, they eat everything. So let's add these crazy eyes right here to it, y'all. I just got these today. I bought them because I really like that kind of like a neon orange color. I just thought it looked pretty cool. And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take and put these on each side of the. We're basically splitting the hook in half right here, and we're gonna put one on each side to make some shrimp eyes, y'all. So I got them on there. Now we're just gonna wrap them. You can actually adjust them. I think I made those a little bit long. You can actually, most of the time, unless I already wrapped them too tight. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that in just a hair. All right, that'll be good enough. All right, after we get some wraps on them, we're gonna go ahead and grab the Solares glue, and that's what they look like right there, y'all. We're gonna grab the Solares glue and go over that thread that we just put on there, just to lock those shrimp eyes in place. You don't want them spinning around. All right, we're gonna hit that with the UV light right here. Thank you, Ewas. Thank you. All right, y'all, we're gonna hit this glue with the UV light, and it dries it within about 10 or 12 seconds. You can actually see the smoke coming off there. Look at that, it's already dry. I was gonna get that little lump right there off the bottom, and it's dried already. All right, now you just want to take these tag ends right here and cut them. Probably easier if I would have cut one at a time, but there you go. Now we're going to add some body. We need some fluffiness. So fish have sensors on them. They can sense movement in the water. So I want kind of a thick body on here so they can sense it. So even if they don't see this fly, they can feel the fly and find it. Hey, y'all, if y'all are new to the channel, please subscribe. Please subscribe. All right. The request was for a tan shrimp. Which one do I want to go with? Yeah. We'll go with this right here, y'all. This right here is called saddle hackle. It's basically colored feathers. I'm not a fly fishing historian. I mean fly tying historian or fly fishing historian. So I don't really know why it's called saddle hackle. It's basically colored feathers. So I'm going to grab one of these. I want one that's kind of thick. Like this right here. This one will be fine. So I'm going to grab a single feather right here. We'll go ahead and put the rest up. If y'all can see the desk right here in front of me, I got fly tying junk laying everywhere. So I'm going to clean up as I go a little bit. All right. So we're about to wrap this saddle hackle around here. What you want to do, on the end of a feather, you know, it's kind of thick at one end. We're just going to cut that thick end off because it's not going to wrap. It's going to end up breaking anyway if we try to wrap that around the hook. So we're just going to cut that off. We're going to lay the feather. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and flip this over to get it. I'm going to get that. I'm putting this hook down towards the bottom so I'm not stabbing myself the entire time I'm wrapping. We're going to lay this on top of the hook like this right here and get some wraps in it. We're going to wrap that feather around the hook to get it started. Pull this out of the way. I'm just going to set this up here out of the way. Grab a sip of water, y'all. And that's not a fancy Stanley cup, by the way. It's a knockoff. I'm not going to pay a fortune for a cup. All right. Now we're just going to wrap the feather around the hook. We're just adding some body to this fly and a little bit of color at the same time. I had a request to do a tan shrimp fly, so this is going to be a tan colored shrimp imitation. We're just grabbing our little tweezers right here, y'all. We're going to put this on the end of the feather, and we're going to wrap from the back of the fly, from this part, up towards the front, going towards the eye of the fly, just like that. Once we get it right up here, y'all, I'm gonna get a couple of wraps. I'm gonna wrap a couple of wraps around this tag end, just to hold it in place, and then cut this tag end off there, everybody. And now we're just gonna get some wraps on it to make sure it stays in place. All this will flow backwards when it's in the water. It'll all flow backwards like that. All right, now we're gonna add some color right here with a little bit of flash right to the front of the fly. I actually just bought a brand, in fact, got some right here, y'all. So we're gonna add some crack wrap. I know I call it crack wrap all the time, and you'll probably think I'm kidding, but it's actually called crack wrap. Hunter Biden developed it, and it's made by Sightcast. So crack wrap, Hunter Biden approved. All right, so we're gonna take some crack wrap. And this is a shrimpy color, by the way. I bought this just to do shrimpy flies with. All right, we're going to take a few inches of it, like that right there. Just cut off a few inches. Get this out of the way. I got stuff laying everywhere, y'all. And now we're going to get a few wraps on the crack wrap to hold it in place. I'm going to pull this out of the way. The dab crab. Yeah, so I've got marabou also. I got a ton of marabou down here, and I use that also sometimes. I guess it's just user preference on that, you know. These redfish, I tie a lot of really big flies for these redfish because I mean we catch fish over 20 pounds all the time, so they will definitely eat it. All right, so now we're just going to take this crack wrap and we're going to wrap it. I wrap everything usually in the same direction as I do my thread. So now we're wrapping this around, and what you want to do, you just kind of want to hold this stuff backwards. If it sticks straight out, that's fine too. But you just kind of want to hold it back towards the back of your fly and work towards the front of your fly. Like that. I need to put the tweezers on right here. I got a light shining in my eyeball, so light shining in my eye sockets. All right, I'm gonna hold this tag end out of the way and go ahead and get a couple of wraps on here to hold it. Cut this tag end off if I can find my scissors. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up, B. Just getting a few of these little some of these spare hairs off the front of it, y'all. right, let's go ahead and do a couple wraps. We'll tie it off real quick, and then we'll need some shades. I know, man. I got a light right here for y'all, but it kind of blinds me. But that's all right. All right, we're gonna tie this one off. You just take your little tie tool right here. Maybe I can move this over here so y'all can see it. Put your thread right there. See, it's blinding me so much I can't see to do that. And just wrap it. Just like that, y'all. One more time. That'll be good enough. That's way more than you need, but I'm just OCD about it. All right, now after we cut our thread off, we're just going to put some UV glue over the thread right here to protect the knots you just made. And hit it with a UV light, and it dries it up within a few seconds. All right. And there goes. Someone requested a shrimp fly, y'all. Like a shrimpy color fly. There you go, little shrimp fly. Threw some eyeballs on there just to add a little color. We went with like a, I can't think of what color that is, but we went with deer tail right here for the tail. We went with a piece of saddle hackle right here, and then some some shrimp color crack wrap. So there you go. Thank you, Ewas. All right. And if anybody's watching that missed the first part of the stream, we started off with this right here. I'm calling it the dab crab, everybody. He's dabbing. The dab crab. So just got some little shrimp legs on there. The dab crab. That's what we started off the first part of the stream with. All right. Let's hit another one. We got some people watching. That's cool, so I'll keep tying, y'all. I'm really trying to grow my channel, y'all. So if y'all are new to the channel, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I would like to make money on YouTube sometime before I die. That'd be pretty sweet. All right. Now, I'm just keeping organized, y'all. Let's do let's make something up, y'all. So I bought some material today, and some people might not like the name of this fly that I'm gonna come up with, but I bought some material today to do a red, white, and blue fly. And I figure I would call it the GOA. The GOA fly. Y'all know what that stands for? Any guesses? The GOA fly? Gulf of America, baby. Let's tie a Gulf of America fly. All right. Trying to make sure I grab a strong hook for this one. We'll use this one right here. GOA, baby. All right, so this we're gonna tie on a Arex. This is a 2/0 hook. Yeah, 2/0 hook, but it's a super strong hook. And they're expensive, y'all. Like almost $10 for 10 of them. America, that's it, baby. So let's tie a red, white, and blue fly. I just bought the red today just so I can do this. All right. Go ahead and put the hook on the vise. Oh, I just kind of tap it a little bit, y'all, to make sure it's not going to fly all over the place. And we're going to go ahead and run a thread base down the fly. It don't really matter what color thread. We're just going to use black. I don't think the fish are going to run up to the fly and see that I use black, and they're like, oh, I'm not going to hit it because it's black, whatever. All right, so we're just going to run a thread base down the fly like this right here. Just like that. This is actually a 2/0 hook. It looks big, but it's a 2/0. That's what she said. There was a Michael Scott joke in there somewhere. I'm just grabbing my materials right here, y'all. I've got the red. That red's bright too. I got the red and the blue. I got the white right here. I just had to find it. Looks huge from here. That's what she never said. I mean, to me anyway. All right, we're gonna start off with. And by the way, we're not putting any lead eyes on this one, y'all. This right here is going to be a bait fish imitation. Not putting any lead eyes on it. All right, let's grab some white first. And this fly, since it's going to be a bait fish, you make it kind of in layers, and you'll see what I'm talking about as we go. Let's grab some white. We'll pull some white off here. Get a chunk of white right here, y'all. Cut that off. And I'm just gonna pull, and they make brushes for this also, y'all. You can buy a brush and like comb through it. I'm just kind of slightly pulling it to pull like any loose threads. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and split it in half, kind of. Because what it's going to do, we're going to put a little bit of it on each side of the hook right here. So on most fish, the bottom part of the fish, the belly, is like a lighter color. So we're gonna go with a white right here on the bottom, y'all, of the bait. This is gonna be a bait fish. And just for the fun of it, we're gonna make a red, white, and blue fly right here, y'all. Oh, my material kind of came apart on me a little bit. That is not the best start to a fly. My material kind of came apart. That is definitely not my best start to a fly. It will be fine though. We'll make it come out right. I'm just cutting off this basically tag end right here of the material. All right, let's grab the blue. Okay, Corey, we are doing So we've already tied a couple of flies tonight. We started off with this one. I'm calling it the dab crab because he's dabbing. So we started off with that one. And then I had a request for like a shrimp kind of imitation fly. So we did that, like a shrimp imitation. And now, just for the heck of it, we're going to do a red, white, and blue fly. And we're going to call it the GOA. It's going to be called the GOA fly. All right, so let's grab some blue. This is going to be like the back. The bait fish is back. The top of the fish. We'll set that on top right here. Like that. If y'all are new to the channel, please subscribe, y'all. Trying to grow my channel. Boy, if we hit 4K tonight, I don't know what I would do. And I've got some stuff I'm going to do. So whenever I hit 5K, after I hit 5K, I'm going to do a video, y'all, and let y'all know the rules. But I got a brand new Fair Play fly rod. It's a saltwater fly rod. Brand new in the box. Comes with a reel, got the line, everything. Brand new in the box. It's a 9/10 weight. Brand new rod. After we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a video and let y'all know somebody's gonna win it for free, but I'll let y'all know how to win it. But after we hit 5K, I got fly time materials hit me in my face, but after we hit 5K, we're going to give away a new rod, y'all. All right. Let's flip it. I got stuff flying all over me. Let's flip it back over. Like I said, this fly you have to tie in like stages. These bait fish flies, they're a little bit more involved. But usually when you get done with them, they're really beautiful flies. Now you can use bait fish flies for any predatory fish, If you do freshwater fishing, bass, muskie, pike, striper, hybrid, anything you want to throw, anything that eats bait fish, you can use this fly for. But I'm a saltwater guy down here in Louisiana, so I tie it for redfish. All right, what we're gonna do right here, y'all, I'm gonna turn this around facing the opposite way. Which sounds crazy, but you'll see it's gonna come out pretty sweet. We're gonna get some wraps on it. So what I use bait fish flies for down here, I use my bait fish flies in the salt water mostly when I'm fishing open water. So when I run out to the Gulf of America, which is what this fly is going to be named after, when I run out to the Gulf, and I'm fishing open water. So I'm fishing, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 feet of water. I'll throw these bait fish flies when the redfish and I throw these bait fish flies when the redfish and the Jack Crevalle are out there schooling. All right, let's grab some more blue. Let me look at the comments if I miss anything. Awesome. Thank you, Corey. Thank you. Yeah, if y'all put comments in, y'all, I'm trying to read them and answer any questions as long as it's not something, super crazy. So we're just adding some more blue. This is going to be the top of the fly again. So basically the fish is back right here. Let me show y'all a trick. You see how all this is facing frontwards? You can take a plastic straw and do like that right there. Sorry, I'm trying to get these little spare. Now we're just going to add like a little thread dam right here. To keep those facing, to keep that facing backwards right there. And as I go, you'll see this fly come together. It'll start looking more and more like a fish. Right now, it just looks like a blob. All right, cool, Aiden. It sounds good. It sounds good. I'm just cutting off a few. All right, y'all. Let's add some shine to the fly. We're going to add some shine to it. So let's grab some pearly color. And I'll tell you what, let's add some blue to it. We're going to add some shine to it real quick, y'all. So I'm going to grab some of this shine right here. This, I can't even think what it's called. What's it called? Off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I can't think of what it's called. But we're going to grab several strands of it. Right here. Cut that off. Now I'm going to wrap this around my thread, like this right here. And get a couple of wraps on it to hold it in place. And then I'm just going to pull it. I'm going to pull it back like this right here, down to the side of the fly basically, and go ahead and wrap it so it stays. Now we'll flip it over, and we're going to add some blue. All right, let's add some blue to it. Crystal Flash. That's it, Ewas. That's it. I'm sitting there. I don't know why my mind was going blank. They make Crystal Flash and they make Flashaboo. I think this right here is Flashaboo. The blue is. The other was Crystal Flash. You're right. I was sitting there. I don't know why my mind was going blank on that. You would think as much as I tie flies, I can remember it, but let's grab some blue right here, y'all. That's probably more than I need right there, actually. I got a couple like strands in there. They're longer than the other ones. All right, let's add some blue to the top. One there, right there. All right. Let's go with some more blue since we're on the blue side right now. I'll try to start tying it a little bit faster, y'all. I know some of y'all. I know it's late here. It's 11 something, which I mean, all I'm doing tomorrow is fishing, so it's not like I got something crazy I got to do. $11.21. Yeah. Yep. All right, we'll flip it over. We'll do some more white. We're getting there, y'all. This is these bait fish flies take a little longer to tie. I apologize about that. I was just I just thought it'd be cool to tie like a red, white, and blue fly. So I hope if anybody's new to the channel, please subscribe, everybody. Trying to grow the channel. I've got 500 something fishing videos on my channel, y'all, besides me just tying flies. I used to not tie flies live on stream, honestly. And then I did it one time and people seemed to like it. So I decided to start tying flies on stream. And I figure if I'm going to be up tying flies, I might as well stream it. I'm not doing the most perfect job on this fly, but it will be okay. It will be just fine. All right, let's do one more thing of big blue right here. So I'm just grabbing another blue chunk right here, everybody. This is craft fur, by the way. This is not like an animal fur. This is basically a fake, fault fur, whatever. Fake fur. I'm facing this one forward. Call tag in. Lots of movement, yep. This thing right here, So when you get offshore, at least for us down here in Louisiana, when it starts heating up, the bull reds are there's already a lot of bull reds offshore right now, or not offshore. When I say offshore, I mean out at the Gulf. I don't mean way offshore. I mean out there at the Gulf. There's already a bunch of bull reds out there right now, but around May or so, late April, May, when it water really starts heating up, they're going to be schooling up out there along the beaches. And you can go out there along the beaches and throw these flies in that little bit deeper water and smoke those redfish. I'm also going to be doing a lot of offshore fly fishing this year, y'all. I'll be taking the bay boat instead of taking the fly fishing skiff. I'm just pulling some threads off. I'll be taking the bay boat out there and do some offshore fly fishing this year, y'all. Just to add a little bit of different stuff to the menu. So if you stick around this May, starting around May, I'll be doing some offshore fly fishing, y'all. Y'all get to see some big fish then, bigger than normal. Did I just screw up? I did screw up. Oh no! I can't believe I did that, y'all. Sitting there talking. I put the blue on the wrong side, y'all. Didn't I? No, the blue's on the right side. I started to put the white on the wrong side. Golly. Sitting there talking and about to mess up. What was my first fly ever tied? Probably a Hopedale crab, I'm guessing. So Hopedale is an area of Louisiana down here. It's Hopedale, Hopedale. And it's also real popular for fly fishing. Usually the water in Hopedale, a lot of times the water stays pretty clean over there because there's a lot of grass in the water. So there's a fly called a Hopedale crab, which if y'all want, we can tie that next. That was probably my first fly ever tied. I'm just gonna push this back like this, y'all. If y'all want to, we can tie that after we get done with this one. In fact, the Hopedale crab, the reason I tied that one first, that is my favorite fly for redfish. That is the most fish producing fly that for redfish that that I use down here. Is a Hopedale crab. It looks crazy right now, y'all, but it's going to come together to look like a fish here in just a second, I promise you. All right, now let's do. Since we're going to do red, white, and blue, let's go ahead and do some red and white, y'all. Brand new pack of red right here. See you later. See you later, man. See you later, Aiden. Let's go ahead and grab some red. Since we're doing a red, white, and blue fly. Just like the other one, we're just going to grab a chunk of red right here. Let's see. Y'all, I've got fly tying materials flying all over. This fur flies everywhere, y'all. Actually, you know what? Before I put that on there, let's add some red shine to it. Let's add some red shine to it, y'all. My watch, yeah, it's just a Android watch or whatever. I just got a cover on there to protect it because I'm always out fishing and junk. All right, let's add some red shine to it, everybody. So we're gonna take our what you call it right here, cut off several strands like that. Wrap it around your thread, hold it up out of the way, and get some wraps on it to hold it in place. All right, now we'll take our red craft fur. Y'all, I got fly tie material flying around my face. I got fly tie material all over the desk. Stuff's everywhere, y'all. Fly timer deer hit me all in my face. All right, we gotta go with another thing of white right here on the bottom. We are almost done with this fly, y'all. And then we might do one more before I finally have to go to bed, y'all. We don't have as many people watching now, I don't think. It's hard to tell. It's saying about 24 people are watching, but I don't know. Again, we're splitting this so it goes around the hook. Do a couple of loose wraps just to get it started. And wrap it up, B. Oh, thank you. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I wish if everybody would subscribe that actually watches the video, dude, my channel would be like booming. I'd be like a mini Mr. Beast up in here if everybody that actually watches the channel was to subscribe to it, but that ain't happening. All right, y'all. We're gonna do our last little thing of red and our last little thing of white. And then we're gonna tile that up. We're gonna add a couple of eyeballs to it, and that'll be that. So I'm just grabbing another chunk of red right here. Y'all, this stuff is just, it's messy. It goes everywhere. I got fur flying. I got fur falling apart, flying all over the place. Redonkulous. And for some reason, this fur has a little bit of static electricity going on. Most time it don't, but for some reason it's kind of sticking all out to the side and stuff. Like it's got some kind of static electricity going on with it. All right, for the last set on the front, you're gonna face it frontwards over the eye of the hook. Yeah, that's true, man. All right. All right. Now let's add one more thing of white right here. And then we're gonna tie it all in, tie it off, and add the eyes, and we will be done with this fly. We'll be done with the GOA fly, baby. And after this, I guess we'll do one more. It's pretty late. It's like gonna be midnight or something, but we'll do one more. A little bit easier fly that don't take as long to tie. All right, so we're gonna go with one more chunk of white right here, y'all. One more chunk of white. We're gonna face this off the front of the fly. I'm just cutting off that. This is definitely not my best looking offshore fly, but it'll be fine. It will definitely catch fish. All right, we're gonna push this back with a straw. And what you want to do, obviously, in order to get that to stay back, you're gonna have to do like a thread dam. So we're gonna start wrapping. And you got to wrap the thread kind of thick right here at the front. And you're basically building a thread dam with a thread to make it stay. Sorry, I'm sorry, y'all. Say something if y'all can't see, and I'll move I didn't realize I was way over there with the thing. Like that. Now let's tie this off. I had a few of those red hairs get up in there. All right, let's lock that thread in with some wrap. Hit it with the UV light. All right, let's add some eyeballs to it, y'all. Let's see how it looks so far when it's not on the vise. See, when I take it out the vise, you can tell the fish, more of the fish shape, y'all, the fish body. So when I take it off the vise, you can tell more of the body to it. All right, I need to add the eyeballs to it, y'all. I'm combing his hair. We're combing his hair so I can add the eyeballs. All right. Let me grab some eyeballs right here. We're gonna add some eyeballs to it. What the brand is it's a Solar Res. So they make the UV glue also. In fact, this right here is Solar Res glue I'm about to use. This is their thin formula formula. Their thin formula glue for the eyeballs. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue on here, on the eye. combing his hair back, get him nice and neat. That hook is sharp, y'all. I done hit it about 3 times. Trust me, it's sharp. All right, we gotta. Actually, I want it like this. Let me. I tell you what, I'm gonna turn my vise around, y'all, so I can add the other eyeball. Just turning my vise around so I can add the other eye right here. Yeah, man. You get stuck all the time. Time flies. And then also, being a fishing guide, I get hooked a lot. Especially on fly fishing charters. I get hooked a lot on fly fishing charters. People go back on their back cast, so the fly line's flowing back, and I'm on the back on the polling platform, and wind picks up and it sticks me in my back or something. Happens all the time. All right, we got a couple of eyeballs on there. We're gonna add some glue. This is thin glue. We're gonna add some glue right here to the front of the head and around those eyes also. And hit that with a light. I'll flip this over. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my vise back around just because I'm used to working with it like on this side. And I'm just adding some glue right here to the bottom of the fly also. Just on the head, just around the head. Go ahead and hit it with light. So I've been hooked a few times. One time I was on a tournament. This is back in Georgia. It was a bass tournament. It was springtime or like late spring, probably around May or something. So there was a good topwater bite going on at the time. And me and my dad, we were fishing the same tournament. We weren't fishing with each other. We were fishing against each other. He was in a boat and I was in a boat. It was a big tournament. We just happened to we fished the same division, so we were fishing against each other that day. But anyway, he was fishing way up the lake, and I was fishing kind of in the middle of the lake, about mid lake. And I was on a topwater bite, and I was smoking them. And I caught my 5 fish limit within just a little bit. I got the 5th fish in the boat, y'all, and it was going crazy. And while I was trying to take the hook out, and the hook went down, actually it went my finger. Yeah, it went my finger. And it went deep, where it was like touching the bone. And every time that hook would touch the bone, it was like an involuntary. It would almost make me pass out or something. It was crazy. Every time it would touch the bone, it would for some reason it would like almost make me pass out. So I called my dad. I told him I got stuck. I had a hook in me. He ran down the lake from where he was fishing, and He's like, well, you can either rip it out, we can push it through, cut the barbs, or you can go to the hospital. I was like, well, dude, I got my 5 fish limit. I'm not going to the hospital. So my dad grabbed a freaking pair of, he climbed over in the boat with me and grabbed a pair of pliers and yanked that joker out. When he did, like little strands of meat and stuff came out. But you know what? I felt fine after that. All right, y'all. We just got done with our GOA. Our GOA. It's got a few little, for some reason, some of that blue. I might cut some of that blue off right there. I don't think it's really going to matter, but some reason, some of it wants to stick down. I don't think it's going to matter. It's not. I know it's not going to matter, but all right, y'all. We just got done with our GOA fly. It's red, white, and blue. And that's it, y'all. Bait fish fly. All right, what flies we tied? How many flies do I have? That's right. GOA stands for Gulf of America. That's the GOA fly. How many flies do I have? Golly. I don't know. 100, over 100, couple hundred. I'm not sure. If you're just joining, we tied this first tonight, y'all. The dab crab. He's dabbing. So we tied that first. Then we tied I had a request for like a shrimp, more of a shrimp imitation. So we tied that, more of a shrimpy color. Then we tied this one. This is time consuming, so it took a while to tie this. But it's basically a bait fish fly. We did it in red, white, and blue just to be cool. It'll still catch them though. I guarantee you. Pull that thing through some schooling fish and they're going to smoke it. They're going to eat that joker like a Dairy Queen Blizzard. All right. Now, somebody asked earlier what my first tie or first fly ever tie was. And I said it was probably the probably a Hopedale crab. So let's tie one of those real quick. It won't take me that long to tie because I tie them all the time because that's one of the most popular flies we use down here. So we'll grab olive colored deer tail. These are straight from Bragg right here. OD green, straight from Fort Bragg. All right, we'll grab some olive colored deer tail. That's what we're going to make the tail out of. The hooks. Let's see which hook I want to go with. Actually, we can use the same hook. We'll use this Arex. Yeah, let's use the Arex. It's a great hook. It's super strong. So we'll go with the Arex. It's a 2-aught hook. We'll just start off with that, y'all. My back's killing me from doing this, but that's all right. We are almost done. It's probably the last fly I tie so that I can get a little bit of sleep tonight. All right, let's go ahead and throw the hook on the vise. Got to fish tomorrow, y'all, so I got to get at least a little bit of sleep. Tearing the catfish up. That's awesome, man. We're at JW. All right, let's go ahead and get a thread base on here. Like what state? All right, you little thread base. I think for the lead eyes on this one, Kentucky. There you go. Of course, the Tennessee River, man. That joker's loaded with them. Tell you what, just to do a little bit of color, let's go with a chartreuse eye, y'all. Just to do a little bit of color on this fly. And if y'all check out my channel, if y'all are new to watching me tie flies, y'all, if you look on my channel, I've got 500 something videos. It's not all me sitting here tying fly. Most of it's fishing videos. Most of it, I'm a fishing guide here in Louisiana, and so it's a lot of inshore, a lot of redfish, speckled trout, black drum, all that kind of stuff. All right, so we're gonna get the eyes started on here. I'm just gonna do a couple of wraps in each direction on the eye of the fly until I kind of get it started where I want it. Pretty straight. Yep, that's pretty straight. And then once I get it started, I'm gonna go ahead and do some X wraps on it. So I'm going under the hook and over the eye. Under the hook and over the eye. I'm just alternating. I don't have a set amount of wraps I do. I just do till I think it's good enough. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do some little wraps between the eye and the hook, and that's just gonna cinch that eye down on there. And now let's go ahead and run a thread base down the hook. If y'all new to watching, please subscribe. I knew there's no way I was gonna do it. But I was really hoping to get like 4,000 subs tonight. I mean, up to 4,000. I knew that was a pipe dream, but All right, after you get the eye on there, we'll go ahead and hit it with some Solares glue. Just on these threads right here over the eye. All right. Yeah, it'll happen eventually, man. I'll keep live streaming. It seems like I pick up subscribers when I do these live streams on time flies, but I think my fishing videos are a lot better than this. If you watch my fishing videos, I think they're a lot better, y'all. Oh yeah, man. So I used to do that, JW. I got my master's captain's license, so I didn't work on a tug, but I've done the crew boats on the Mississippi, running out to the ships and stuff. So I did that, running river pilots out and people and supplies out to the ships. I did that, and I worked in the marsh on crew boats. I got fly time with Cyril flying all over the place. I worked in the marsh on crew boats, like deck boats, like running people and supplies out to the rigs and out to work sites out in the marsh and all that. So I've done all that, but yeah, fishing is my thing. So all right, y'all. Now that we put our eyes on here and we ran a thread base down the hook, we're gonna grab a olive colored deer tail, and we're gonna grab a chunk of it off. Not a huge chunk. About like that'll be fine. We're just getting a chunk off for the tail of the fly. So someone asked earlier, my first fly ever tied, and I said it was probably a Hopedale crab. So that's what we're going to tie right here. We're going to do a Hopedale crab real quick. So we're going to take a chunk of deer tail, like that. I'm just pulling off any loose strands. We're going to set that on top of the fly. Get a couple loose wraps on it. And after we get it kind of started, we're just going to wrap it down the fly. For some reason, it's wanting to flare out on me, but that's fine. We'll just wrap it up. We'll just wrap it up and cut off those extra strands. It's wanting to flare out for some reason. It does that sometimes. It don't do it all the time, but sometimes it'll flare out like that. Thank you, fish. Dude, that's an awesome... Hopefully, you're not one I threw back at some point. I'm just kidding. But that's an awesome screen name, man. Fish. I'm just cutting off these little extra strands right here, y'all. It don't matter at all. The fish don't care, but I'm just cutting them off just to do it. All right. Grab my black magic marker. I know, man. That's right, Rube. All right, y'all. Let's throw some black stripes on this tail right here. Just a few little black stripes on it like that. When that's in the water, that's going to flow backwards into a point, everybody. All right. Now, let's grab some... what you call it right here. We're going to grab some EP brush right here, y'all. Fine guy on the Mississippi, been on the Ohio. Oh man, yeah. So I'm in the New Orleans area. I'm a fishing guide down here in this area, and I got my regular captain's license, my 6-pack, back in 2014, and that's all you need to be a fishing guide. But around, man, when was that? I can't even think of what year that was now. At some point, I went and got my master's license, and I'm just drinking some water, y'all. Like, I went, I took all the classes for my master's license, and I went and worked on the river to get my master's just because I just wanted it. You don't have to have it to be a fishing guy, but I just wanted it. After I got it, like I said, I was working on the river, and then I've worked out in the marsh doing crew boats on both. So, all right, y'all. So we're just grabbing some EP brush. This stuff right here has a wire that runs through it. I don't know if you can see that on the light, but there's a wire that runs through the middle of this right here. But it's thick, and it's just going to add some thick body to the fly. And like I said, that way this fly will push water. It'll move water when it's going through the water. So even if the redfish don't see it at first, they'll feel it. They can feel it coming through the water. So we're just going to grab this, and we're going to get it started. We're just going to do a couple of wraps to get the wire, get across this wire to get it started on the fly. I'm going to pull this up here out of the way. Go from the Tennessee. Yes, sir, Nitro. We're time flies, man. So if you're just joining, I'll show y'all the three ties. The 3 flies we tied so far tonight. So this was the first one. I call it the dab crab. He's dabbing. Y'all see that? He's dabbing. Come on, I came up with that, man. Y'all know that's funny. All right, came up. So that was the first one we tied, was the dab crab. Then I had a request for something shrimpy, so we tied a kind of a shrimpy fly right here. And then this is a fly that we just kind of made up tonight on the live stream, but calling it the GOA. It's basically a bait fish fly. Call it the GOA. And it's red, white, and blue. Calling it the GOA fly. And now we're just tying a Hopedale crab. Crappy jig. Steve-O. Yeah, these are flies. I mean, I use them for redfish down here in Louisiana. I'm a fishing guy down here for inshore. I do both fly fishing and spinning rod. If you look at the videos on my channel, y'all, besides I don't have many fly tying videos. Most of the videos on my channel are fishing videos. If you check some of those out, you'll see some giant fish being caught, both on the fly and on spinning rod. All right, y'all. So as we wrap this EP brush, this stuff has a wire in it right here. It has a wire. So, but we're gonna fold this stuff backwards, like fold it across the, backwards across the wire or whatever, or along the wire. We're gonna fold it backwards and wrap it. And we're going to wrap we're going towards the front of the hook. And this is just going to add some thick body to the fly. It's going to add some thick body to the fly. And of course some color and stuff, but it's going to make it easier for the fish to find this fly in the water. So we're just wrapping this. That's actually enough right there. Once we get it up here, I'm just going to hold this tag end out of the way right here and go ahead and do a couple of wraps to hold this tag end in place. And we'll cut that tag end off. And then wrap it up. Wrap it up so it stays on there. And then what you can do, y'all, you can take a toothbrush. I've been doing some saltwater fishing in Florida, but I love fishing bow fish and stingrays. Man, you ought to come here. You can bow fish all the stingrays you want, because we get tired of catching them. We catch them all the time, not even trying to. So I'm just going to take this brush, a toothbrush, y'all, and we're just going to brush this EP fiber just like that. I got stuff flying all over the place, hit me in my nose, and I got fly tying materials flying everywhere. Landing in my mouth because I'm sitting here talking so much. All right, after we brush that back like that, y'all, now we're going to add some crack wrap right here to the front of the fly. And that's really what it's called. It's called crack wrap. I might have a package somewhere right here just to show y'all. That's really the name of it. Is that it? Yep. That's really the name of it, y'all. Crack wrap. So we're about to put some crack wrap right here around the fly. This is EP brush. Does it say it on the bag? I know that's what it's called, but yeah, EP. And this is minnow head. They make all kinds of EP brush, but they call this one EP minnow head. I don't know why they call it minnow head. See, minnow head right here. Look. And they make it in different sizes. This is the 1.5. They make it in 1 inch. They make it longer. But yes, it's EP brush. Yeah, EP brush. Yes, sir. That's right. That's right, EWAS. All right. Now, Let's grab some crack wrap and throw around it. Now I'm gonna use some olive colored crack wrap. This is the color I like on this on these Hopedale crabs. So I'm just gonna cut off a few inches of it. And go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. So I'm just gonna get it started right here. Get started right here with a couple of wraps. Pull this up out of the way. And now we're gonna wrap this around. And as you wrap it, you just want to keep this stuff right here facing backwards towards the back of the hook. If y'all want to see, this is I don't know if any of y'all, in fact, most people probably do nowadays, but if y'all have smart TVs, like a TV, smart TV or whatever, it's got the apps and stuff on there. And this, I don't know why I just thought about this, but if you got a smart TV, there's a free channel called Waypoint TV. It's an outdoor channel. It's Waypoint TV. It's got fishing and hunt shows on there and stuff. It's called Waypoint TV. If you go to Waypoint TV on there, y'all, I'm actually on one of the episodes. It's the name of the series is Louisiana Catch and Cook. I think I'm on the second episode ever. They came down here and fished with me, and they did a catch and cook with me, y'all. So if you go to Waypoint TV, I think it's the first season. I think it's like episode 2 or something on Louisiana Catch and Cook. Y'all can see me on there. I think I look like a total goofball on there. I don't like the way I look on TV or sound on TV, but I probably sound as weird as I do right here on camera. But I thought I sounded like really weird. But anyway, there is a TV show with me on. I've done 3 TV shows. I'm not famous or anything, but that was the last one I done, and I did a speckled trout TV show, and I did a bull red TV show. All right, y'all. Now we got that stuff wrapped around. We're gonna get a couple of wraps right here. I don't want to be famous. Y'all can just give me the rich part. I mean, if I was rich, I'd probably give most of it away anyway, but I'd still be a fishing guide if I was rich. All right, now we cut the tag end off. We're just gonna wrap that around there like that. And then we're gonna do a couple of wraps right here. Tie this off. Y'all, I got so much junk on my desk from tying flies all night. I got crap laying everywhere. I can't even find my stuff. Yeah, Rude. I thought I told y'all, but yeah, if you go on the Waypoint TV app on your TV, it's a free channel. You might have to do a search. If you go to search and pull up Waypoint TV and look up Louisiana Catch and Cook, it's under saltwater fishing shows or something like that. I think I'm on like the second episode. I think I look like a freaking goofball and sound like a goofball on it, but whatever. And I didn't get paid anything for that show, by the way, y'all. I didn't make a dime on it. They asked me to be on the show and I did it. So, all right, y'all. We got that one tied off. Let's throw some glue on here. How well the lures work? I always thought you didn't want nothing hanging that would tickle the fish. Well, this thing goes in front of the fish. He's gonna eat it up. It's not gonna have time to tickle him. But no, these are flies for fly fishing. So I'm a fishing guide here in Louisiana, I do fly fishing and I do spinning. Regular. I do regular fishing rods and fly rod fishing. And these are flies we use down here for the fish that we catch, redfish, stuff like that. All right, I'm just hitting this glue with an ultraviolet light. That's going to dry it within like 10 or 12 seconds, something like that. Push this out of the way, y'all. I got such a huge mess to clean up tonight because I didn't tie like 4 different kinds of flies, so I got stuff laying everywhere. All right, y'all. I'm just going to take and brush that. There you go, y'all. Quick and easy Hopedale crab. That's like our #1 fish catching fly down here for redfish. That olive color like that. You can't go wrong with it, y'all. That's like the #1 color down here, #1 fly that I use on my charters for catching redfish. All right. So y'all, we're about done, but I'll show y'all. Let's see. Oh yeah, once you got so when I get home, I'm kind of like that sometimes. When I get home from fishing, man, I'm dead tired. But if I get a good calm day, I'll go out fly fishing. That's what I like to do. Um, yeah, yeah. So if you got Waypoint TV, you can look up. If you go to saltwater fishing, you can look up Louisiana Catch and Cook, and I think I'm like on the second episode of it or something. Um, yeah, hook and worm. That's how most people start off, man. So in case you're just joining, I tied a few flies tonight. This was the first one that we tied. Call it the dab crab because he's dabbing. It's a dance move. If you don't know, just put dab in like search bar and you'll see what the crab is doing. So I'm calling it the dab crab. I just kind of came up with this fly today. So, but anyway, all right. Been low the river since I was a child. Yep. You know how the river is, man. When I worked on the river, and I'm sure you know this already, you just got to watch out because I've done had, I mean, not me personally, but when I was working on the river, a crew boat hit a barge. Of course, I think it killed the people on the crew boat. Another tugboat flipped over. Everybody got out except the captain. Um, yeah, y'all. I heard there was just another collision not too long ago, but the rivers, you know how it is. River's tough, especially this time of year when the water's real high in the river. You got freaking trees and tree stumps and everything else floating down the river. All right, this is the second one. Second fly we tied tonight. It's like a shrimp imitation. Then we tied this right here, y'all, like a bait fish imitation. So when this is in the water, all this will flow backwards like that. It'll take the shape of a fish when it's in the water. But that's a bait fish imitation we tied tonight, y'all. That's the third fly we tied. And then the last one was right here, Hopedale crab. And that's it for tonight, y'all. Only 4 now. If I'm just sitting here tying flies and not talking, it wouldn't take me, but I don't know, not very long. Maybe about to tie 4 flies, probably about 30 or 40 minutes. But being that I've been talking the whole time, it's taking 2 hours and 20 minutes. You watch, put the dab on there again. Grew up on the river. I know. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good, JW. All right, y'all. It is, man, it's about 20 minutes after midnight here in Louisiana, y'all. I got to get a little bit of sleep because I got to get up early and fish tomorrow. I'm a fishing guy nowadays, so I got to get up and fish tomorrow. If y'all watch tomorrow, which I know it's Saturday, so everybody's gonna be doing stuff, but a mid morning around 9 or 10 o'clock, I'm probably gonna go live while we're fishing. So if y'all want to see some big fish being caught, if y'all tune in tomorrow, if you're subscribed, you should get a notification. If you click the little notification bell, you should get a notification when I go live. And when I do, y'all, um, you should see a bunch of fish being caught. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully it's a good day. But all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I got to get some sleep, and hope y'all subscribed and gave a thumbs up and all that stuff. All right, thank you, JW. Thank you, and I will see y'all later. Thank y'all.